Hey, Noel, man, are you there?
I am.
Hey, do you mind if we play a song and then chat and you hang out with us while the song plays? I just really want to get these great musicians some airtime, but I absolutely want to talk to you about the Stream.me shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's great to hear from you again, buddy.
Yeah.
This is... Let's see. This is called Motivation for Coach, featuring MC.
What?
This is by Todd Seidel. Todd Seidel.
Whoa, cool.
Here we go. Coach is in his Blues Brothers gear.
That's a Chicago
great, man.
file
Chicago.
photo.
This man was... Hey, can we tell the story of your DNA?
Oh, yeah, sure.
And the police? Okay.
Oh, wait, the police?
Yeah. You know, where the court case where you were...
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Okay,
because I've teased that story for
the one where he fucked a cop.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Although I prefer the one where I showed my dick to a cop.
That's the same story.
Oh,
isn't
it is?
Yes,
that's the first part of
arrest.
that story. Yeah, okay. Here's Motivation for Coach featuring MC.
I can't hear. What do they say?
Should we play it again with the lyrics bumped up? Can you hear it?
There's a lot of echo.
Yeah, there's a lot. Send me another one. I just can't. I feel bad playing because I can't fucking hear it.
Listen, follow the Kendall and Hyde. Lyrics are number one. Well enunciated.
Well, it's
I can't. I mean, I don't want to tell people how to do music.
They're pretty wet. They're pretty wet and they're pretty mellow. They're not, they're not real pointy. And you could, sharpen them up a little bit, maybe.
But he did have the lyrics there.
Here, this is from Uncle Buck.
Less wet and bump them up volume wise.
Uncle Buck and the Cucksockers with advice for Waterboy. Waterboy was on the program. We got to do another bonus episode this week too.
Yeah.
Waterboy was on the program. Trying to read chats and multitask and do his Instagram while he was doing a read-along.
Yeah.
He did a terrible job.
He was in studio?
No, he was on the line.
Oh, okay.
But we could hear him like chatting with chicks while he was getting attention, like reading the chat. And he was so distracted from the read-through that he just dropped the N-bomb straight out.
Whoops.
Very, very, very disrespectful.
That's like the 21st century version of you're on the radio. Turn down your radio.
Turn down your radio. Stop reading the chat.
Yeah.
Stop reading the chat. Stop reading the chat. Stop reading the fucking chat. Advice for Waterboy from Uncle Buck and the Cucksockers.
Don't say nigger. Don't say nigger.
Okay.
I mean, it's good advice.
Don't say nigger.
That's fantastic.
Oh man, I'm getting riled up now.
Yeah, don't say it.
I'm getting riled up for the barbecue.
The N-word is always a moral sin. It doesn't matter what context you use it in. Please understand the N-word is considered rude. And if you go on saying it, you will get fucking sued. Don't say That's great. Don't say
This is the theme song for your Patreon clone.
Yeah.
That's
right.
No.
That won't get you banned from websites.
He's not going to name these alternate words, is he?
Does this mean that you
I
can't
don't know.
say the N-word? No,
He said there's better words that you can use.
Just know your Patreon PayPal and YouTube will get canned. Don't say nigger. Don't say nigger.
Very funny.
Don't say nigger. Don't say nigger.
Now, that's very catchy.
It is. I was exactly.
The third time around, it does kind of.
It's the first thing that's made me question.
Oh no.
The vast majority of these bypass all language filtering. And if they joke, just use alternate spellings. Whatever you do, please remember, don't say nigger.
Are they playing? Are they just overdubbing on some track? Or
No,
are
no,
they...
They're playing guitars, but
They're
he
awesome.
I think he programs the drums usually.
Oh, okay.
We're back. best way. There's better words to say. So go ahead and label me a honky if you please. Cause my white privilege means that racial epithets will never work on me. Don't say
This is a good song. I like it.
Don't say
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this every morning.
You mean just to remind you not to go out shouting away?
Yeah.
It's the theme song of our decade.
Because you're going to go out and just start singing that.
Yeah.
Only there won't be any bleeps.
Both the bleeps.
I disavow.
Yeah,
that obviously I disavow. Josh, what did you say? That's the time for our age.
No, yeah, that's the theme song of this decade. The 2010s. That's it, right there. You encapsulated it.
Like a My Chemical Romance theme.
Yeah.
Don't say the N-word. It's gonna be It's gonna be covered in every genre. Country.
The history books in the 2050s will have it as an article, a sample of this timeline.
We had the Bronze Age. We had the Stone Age. We had the Digital Age. We had the Don't Say the N-word age.
Oh, you're so fucking right, dude. Jesus, how sad it is it?
Speaking of things not to say, because they'll get you kicked off of things. Josh, I know you wanted to call in because something terrible happened to you recently. You were deplapped the worst of the worst corner of the internet.
I'm like the bye-bye man. You can't don't say it, don't think it. If you invite me onto your show, you might disappear. I was hoping to talk about it with Ralph, who is the #1 streamer on Stream.me, but the staff advised against that. So he's kind of in the awkward situation where he can't really risk it because... Can
he talk about it on here?
Presumably, yeah.
Great question.
Well, you know who it is. You've gotten threatened by this guy as well.
You know what? I'll read his emails. Let me see if I can find him. So Josh,
to clarify though, the first time I came on was early 2018. Was it 2018 or 2017 that I first showed up? And it had to have been
2017.
The first time he was on the show, it was pretty early on.
Yeah.
I think it was like episode 50 or so. But I get on and I have a lot to say about Trans Lifeline, right?
Yeah.
And I don't even know how he knew I was coming on your program because I didn't announce it anywhere. But he messaged you, he emailed you saying, if you let this guy on your podcast, we'll go after your iTunes feed.
I'll read his email right now. This is Josh came on the show long time ago. Before, this was recently after the biggest problem had ended.
Like 90 episodes ago.
90 episodes ago,
roughly.
and I was still kind of dipping my feet into this whole internet space. Now we're very familiar with Kiwi Farms and the work that they do. Very familiar with all, we're involved in the goings on of this corner of the internet with the fights and all the constant fighting and the cowards and the gay-opery.
Well, what's funny is you're one of the only people I know right now who does streams and stuff who calls me Noel. Like most people just call me Josh, but you know me primarily from the forum. So you use a nickname that I only use there. It's interesting.
I also enjoy calling people by their nicknames.
Yeah,
I think it makes them larger than life. So I like doing that. And I that's the way I respect creators online.
Yes.
Anyway. So Noel came on to talk about doxing and Kiwi Farms in general. And you remember, Sean, it was a bit of a tense conversation because we don't know each other. This is if you call into the show, and a lot of times this is the first time I've ever met you or talked to you, and I like to do that on air and live because it's a heightened sense of nerves.
Well, it's real.
It's real. And Kiwi Farms is responsible for a lot of content that a lot of people hate.
Mm-hmm.
They hate because it exposes them for who they are. It's a repository of things that you have done.
Yeah.
And people will try to break every law in the book to try to remove the evil that they have done from the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And Null and the Kiwi Farms boys keep it alive. So much to the point that it's frightening. It's frightening. Just the power of the repository of what you have done is a monster that will do. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
You're flattering us. We just like to have fun on the internet. Don't try to make it some great monument. No, but people. No. No, it's just like I think it deserves some backstory. When you say people will go to great lengths to try and remove it, I have been swatted 3 times. They have sent bomb threats to the high school that I graduated from in my name to try and get me arrested for sending a bomb threat. So, like, desperate, clawing desperation to try and pry this information off the internet, and it's not worked, evidently.
I don't think it's flattery, because the first thing that they come for is the thing that is what you guys protect, which is speech and history. Like, the memory hole is very real, and that you guys can keep a timeline. Like, you guys keep context alive. Without the repository that is Kiwi Farms, the context would evaporate, and then it's someone's word against someone else's. Well, you know, I don't. People could get away with anything, but you know, dick sucking aside. When you came on the show the first time, before the show even aired, I got an email, January 15th, 2017, so 2 years ago.
Whoa.
That was entitled Urgent Media Inquiry. Dick Masterson, pedophile apologist? This is supposed to strike fear.
With a question mark, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pedophile apologist?
You, as the reader, can decide.
Yeah. It's from Matthew Hopkins. So I open it up because I'm like, okay, I know this is horseshit. Hi, Dick. I'm a blogger and also just passed my LPC, solicitor's exams, in the UK. I never heard of you before until Oliver Smith copied me into your email. I'm happy to help you understand in bold. And bold, right? I'm not a fucking idiot, Sean. Just for the record.
Yeah.
This is idiot speak.
Okay.
This is a sales pitch to idiots.
Yeah, why are we getting an about me?
Read it, and I'll explain. He sends the same email pretty much to everybody. I'll tell you.
You know about this guy.
Okay.
Yes.
He sends me this email. I'm like, okay, do you have low financing for me to buy my way out of this, dude?
You sent this to me.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? About me. I am a journalist and blogger. I run my own website, and I have also, from time to time, sourced stories for some of Britain's largest newspapers, such as the Daily Mail. I recently passed the LPC. Again, he said the UK Solicitor's Attorney's qualification with a commendation. I have spent a lot of time representing the vulnerable people and their families in court pro bono as what is called a Mackenzie friend. Well, already we have problems because I'm the 1%, according to Mike Gams.
Yeah, right.
In fact, I was praised in the British Parliament for my legal skills representing a vulnerable...
I remember this.
Yes, you remember this?
Exactly.
Yeah. A vulnerable woman who risked being declared mentally incapable until my intervention.
This was before the Dick Show, right?
I linked to the motion. No, this was episode 30 or something like that.
50
okay.
or something like
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? Who cares?
What's
You're
that
barking
from?
up the wrong... I don't know what it's from. You're barking up the wrong pussy over here, buddy.
Yeah.
As an example of my work, I link to another blah, 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 more about, and then he says Josh's real name. I recently obtained an actual defamation judgment against one of Null's anonymous friends.
This is like a terribly written resume. The guy has like no experience.
He seems as crazy as Chris the Kiwi.
Oh, yeah.
In this email, I'm going to provide some archives about Mr. Moon, about Null. Joshua Moon, everybody knows your real name, right?
Yes, just say the name. Nobody cares.
Joshua Moon owns a website that arbitrarily targets people for online harassment and advertises itself per this article archive. Mr. Moon has hosted child rape stories, and here is a link to the archive of the pedophile board he hosted on his now defunct image board server, 16chan.
What?
I know a little something about chans, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Or just read what the New York Magazine has to say about this site. Mr. Moon has also called for genocide. What you say on your show is up to you, but the points I make above are quite simple. If you give a platform to this pedophile, stalker, expect to be called out on it. And if you allow him to use your show to defame anyone, we will do our best to have it removed from commercial platforms, iTunes, etc. It is on. I have recently sued someone and will also happily sue you as well if that is appropriate.
I remember
Kind
that.
regards, Sam Smith, writing as Matthew Hopkins.
The witch finder general.
Sue me, bitch. Yeah. Give me more material for years, you fucking weirdo.
I think when he wrote that, he expected me to be talking about him when I came on. But no, I was just wanting to talk about insane trannies, as I usually do. He's not very interesting. He's just kind of pathetic. The whole LSC or whatever, in the UK, it's different than in the US. You can pass the bar exam in the US and become your own attorney, right? Yeah. But in the UK, you actually have to be protéged in by a active solicitor firm, which means they decide what competition they're going to make for themselves, and they have the pick of the litter. You can pass the bar exam, but if nobody signs their name on you being a solicitor, you're not a solicitor. So they go for the best of the best. And somebody like him will never, ever, ever get.
Oh, wow. So he's passed the exam, but nobody will vouch for him professionally?
And nothing. Part of why I think he wants to take down the site is because we have a thread about him. He's very good at hiding information about him or removing, like I'll explain what he's done to ED and how that relates to what he's done to Stream.me. But he's very good, if not removing information outright, editing it with the consent, in quotes, of the people who own that website. So he knows, as long as the Kiwi Farms is up and as long as there's evidence of the things he's done in the past, he will never, ever, ever get into a solicitor firm and become an actual practicing lawyer in the United Kingdom. And the things he's done in the past is, when he was like 25, when he was a full-grown man about my age, he was an obsessive fan of Evanescence, the Wake Me Up Inside people.
Evanescence?
Yes.
Okay.
And he was an active user on the Evanescence fan forum ran by the actual band. And he was in competition with the little girls there to become like a staff of the fan forum. He eventually lost and never became an admin. So what he did is, and this might sound familiar.
Nobody vouched for him.
The little girls didn't vouch. He got mean girls out of Evanescence.
Yes. What he did after that, though, and this will sound familiar, is he went to 4chan, he went to a bunch of different publications, and said that the users of the forum were trading underage nude pictures of each other, and thus Evanescence was guilty of child sex trafficking and child pornography. This resulted in their website getting hacked, a huge media outcry, and they forced him, with threat of a lawsuit, to sign a non-disclosure agreement, preventing him from legally talking about Evanescence or Amy Lee for the rest of his life. He's tried to get this overturned in Parliament. Parliament denied his request, and the NDA is valid to this day. That information is on the Kiwi Farms, and he does not like that being on the Kiwi Farms.
See, don't you think they provide an incredible service? Like, because of this documentation, this guy can't grow any more powerful.
Well, they're basically, staking a sign that says, this guy makes really bad decisions. He's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
At one point, there's a very powerful law firm, solicitor firm, that handles defamation specifically in the UK. And he claimed to be, like, friends with one of the people that was practicing in that firm. And, like, my aunt, because he went after my aunt as well. He went after everybody in my family. I've gotten emails from people related to me that I've never met or heard of before in my life, asking why this Sam Smith guy is calling him a pedophile. And my aunt sued him. And she sued him using the law firm that guy he said he was friendly with worked at. So he's completely annihilated himself trying to bring down this site, and now it's all that he does, which is, I mean, we've gotten deplatformed from so many things simply because of those emails. That's his bread and butter. And every single one of them.
It's a frightening email to get because he sends it from, like, I got 3 emails at the same time saying kind of close to the same thing, that if I didn't have the background that I do, I would have been afraid of them enough to, like, and as soon as it happened, I got that and I forwarded it to Null and I said, hey, like, this is odd. This is odd. Yeah. I've been on the internet a long time and I'm surprised by this, right? And God bless Null, like, it gave me a picture of who you are, Null, that was crystal clear at the time and has never deviated. Your response to me was, I totally understand if you cut my interview.
Oh, yeah. No, in fact, I could send you the emails that I sent to the Stream.me people. They sent me, the staff of the actual website were, like, just so apologetic. And my reply was along the lines of, Don't worry about it. You're not the first, and you won't be the last. That's all I said in reply, because that's like, it's just I've been through the rounds of this so many times. It's just like I can't get mad at any one person for doing this. You can't disappoint me. I know what to expect going into this.
But I left it in and put it up, and then nothing ever happened again.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing happened again, which is exactly what I thought would happen, because it's like that Tickled documentary. Remember that?
Right.
No.
That was great.
I
told you about that.
Yeah, it's a great documentary, but it comes down to this weirdo who funds tickle porn and like tricks straight guys into seeing like these weird homoerotic tickling movies that he makes and shoots with like an elaborate system of he's some rich millionaire.
Yeah.
And a crazy person.
Mm-hmm.
But he sets up
inherited the Johnson & Johnson fortune or something.
Yeah, he threatens to sue everybody. He claims that he's got these law firms. He just always tries to sick the weight of the law on you, and everybody has nothing. He has nothing. Yeah. People, if you don't listen, if you just delete the email, nothing happens. And they found him, and it's just some weirdo in an apartment complex in like Oklahoma or something. Who likes straight men tickling each other.
Yeah.
So when I used to host menarbetterwomen.com, because you had gotten kicked off so many places, I get these emails. I mean, there were dozens of them. And the only thing I responded was, we don't ban people for speech.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, if you have an injunction against the site, let me know. Yeah. That's all I said every time.
I've been forced to essentially make my own ISP now. I have my own IP space. I have my own rack. I have my own, contracts and stuff. And if people send complaints, like right now, there's one site in particular in France that's in very big trouble with the French government. And I'm getting letters from like French government people saying you have to take this down because the president has declared it to closure. And I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Why don't you talk to my president? Ask my president if he gives a fuck.
Okay, so you got kicked off of. I asked Ralph. I don't know if he'll come on. You got kicked off of Stream Me then? No?
Yes, the same kind of thing. It's the same kind of email syntax where the first word is always urgent. And now it could just be urgent, or it could be urgent media inquiry, urgent reply requested, urgent something, and then your real name, and then pedophile in the title. It's some combination. You could make a fucking regex expression to detect this kind of email because of how he writes it. Then he opens it up the exact same way, says, "This is who I am." He pretends to be a lawyer. And then he also tries to throw in some links to try and make me look like a bad guy. And then at the end, he presents a dichotomy. A, keep him online and deal with my bullshit. B, take him offline. And yesterday and today will be the exact same. That's his dichotomy. And almost all the time, people go for the path of least resistance. And what happened with the Stream.me people is the exact same thing that happened with Encyclopedia Dramatica. Encyclopedia Dramatica hosted information he wasn't happy with. So he found one of the sysops, and he found out where that he had kids, and he found out where they went to school. And he said, if you don't take down this information, I will tell your kids' school that you molest them. And he took the information down.
Holy fuck!
So who was that?
What?
Who was that he did that to?
It was not Zager. I don't remember who it was. But with the Stream.me thing, it's the exact same situation. You have a company. You have the company that owns the company. Then you have the CEO that owns the company that owns the company. And he found the CEO. He threw in the CEO's real name and said, I am aware that you have kids. I know where they go to school. If you keep this guy on your platform, you'll have problems. And he's like, I can't do this. And I'm like, I get it. I'm not mad. I get you.
You're not mad, but you can do it. You can absolutely do it.
Kill him?
No.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know what you were saying.
No, I know. Okay. You can absolutely just do nothing.
Right.
Well, if you...
I don't think people understand
the power of nothing.
I also don't think people understand who they're dealing with sometimes. Like, you don't do that to someone you don't know. But
they're crazy
at that level. They're crazy. All I'm saying is people who do that to certain people get bullets in their head.
But here's the thing. Hold on. Take it back. I
wish that was more true.
Listen. I think you should stop. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
I've always thought about it like this. When I used to just say, "Is there a court case against it?" Like we promote free speech. That's it. Because the answer to that is a ridiculous lawsuit.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a great like monument to the retardedness of the whole thing.
Well, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I would never.
So the best case scenario is they sue you and look retarded.
But that's not all they do.
I tell people to like I have to work with other companies in regards to the sites I host and stuff, and I tell them if you get any complaints, if there's not a court order attached, do not reply to it, because don't even ask for a court order. Don't ask like if it's a DMCA request and it's not filled out and it's not signed under a penalty of perjury and doesn't contain a servicing address. Do not fucking reply to it, and do not ask for that information. Do not bite that hook, because it is not designed to be a back and forth where you get to a ultimate conclusion where both parties are happy. It is fucking bait. Do not interact with these people. They are insane.
Who is this CEO? Because I feel like the Kiwi Farms has done without you guys. I mean, you guys are like the repository of information for the lawsuit. I've had the exact same threats levied on me since the beginning. We're calling so-and-so's school. We're roping your kids into it. This is where you work. If you want to fuck with us, we'll fuck with you forever. And my response has always been, eat a cock. Eat a cock, because I don't like, even if everything in my life was destroyed, I can still create value out of nothing. Like
that's true.
I'm what every journalist aspires to be, a program.
Because right now, the way that the forum is...
Hold on. What'd you say, Josh?
There are thousands of people on the forum who want to give me money. There are people who ask me every day, how do we give you money? And the answer is, you fucking can't. I can't get on Patreon. I've hosted a forum before, just a regular forum, where if you want to donate, you just fill it out.
No. I'm making a decision right now. I will let you on my new system provisionally, just to like, you got to understand, it's not flawless. It doesn't work. It's not everything is great. But I do have a payment processor, and I will go into the bank and shout until I get my way. And I draw a lot of water not a lot, enough water at the bank where people will start apologizing.
You're in the 1%.
I will tell you right now, we'll do this. I'll take my bet. But you look, what's going to happen is it's going to come out from above the bank. The payment processor, even if it belongs to the bank.
You're right. I totally agree with you, and I'm totally prepared to have it. Yeah. The FDIC.
Oh, right.
I'm prepared for that account to get nuked, but I just can't. I can't fucking sit here and let you get skunked every single time, man. It's like people have to be able to send abstracted concepts of value to each other. Like, that is it is below free speech and the foundations of a functioning society that we're able to commit value to other people. But another problem is people get on these platforms and they get so excited about saying the N-word that they nuke it for everybody else involved. And I get it. It's funny, but like, just, let's all, like, I feel like I want to be the Martin Luther King Jr. for the disenfranchised young shitlords, which is, we have to purport ourselves with some level of decorum if we are to succeed as a group, which is what Martin Luther King Jr. did, right? He's we got to get fucking together, put up a united front, and have some fucking class about this if we are going to win. Yeah,
or else you just give fuel to the other side, saying, "See, I knew they'd act like that."
If you want to give me a good boy list, I will follow your good boy list to the T.
Josh, I don't have it. That's the thing. Like, this is all. It's all. This entire operation runs on threats. It runs on threats. It runs on threats of who's CEO the guy can find the kids of, and what CEO is nutless that day. One missed email and you're fine. Like, I would like to talk with the Stream.me CEO and just like, dude, this is nothing. This is the business you're in, motherfucker. You want to compete with YouTube? You have to be prepared to ignore shit.
Yeah, I've said this for a while. Where they live in the there's not an official thing you can do. There are no boundaries. It's all blurry.
Yeah.
Oh, like this PragerU got banned from some ad network, Spotify.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, look at our terms. You violated our terms of service. What?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Your terms of service is 10,000 words, motherfucker. What are you talking about?
It can be
Tell me what I did.
Can be interpreted a different way by any person who works there, depending on the day.
It doesn't even matter because the terms of service usually include a clause saying we can terminate you for any reason or no reason at all.
The terms of service is not, but because it's for most people.
Official.
I mean. It's a list of suggestions about what you should do on their site that they have to be able to point to for their credit card processing.
I'd love to know.
It's not a services contract.
I'd love to know.
But nothing. The terms of service mean.
Right.
Nothing.
Correct.
Nothing.
Correct.
Nothing. You don't have to have violated anything to get kicked out. It's not a services contract. I'm not hiring a caterer to host my party and then there's fiscal penalties for if you fuck it up and kick me off and deplatform me as a caterer. It's nothing. The terms of service means nothing. Anyway.
It's Josh, just it sounds better to other people on the platform. We didn't do it for no reason at all. You did it because you violated the terms of service. And
it's marketing.
Yeah,
right.
Well, the funny thing is, in terms of ignoring emails, like I still have my YouTube accounts. Like I'm dealing with shit because of them, but I still have them because YouTube is too big to threaten. Who the fuck do you email on YouTube to get somebody removed from the platform? I mean, good luck. People who make their entire living off of YouTube can't find somebody to fucking email and get a reply to. So good luck with that.
Yeah,
something to watch out for.
I don't know who the guy is who owns Stream.me, and from the sound of it, he really doesn't want me on the platform because he doesn't want to deal with it, which I understand. But yeah, you have to add if you want to steal users away from a platform, you have to do something that platform doesn't do.
I just saw a Volt Conspiracy. I don't know if you guys have followed it. It's like the legal arm of Reason.com. They talked about how fake DMCA requests, what they do is they take real DMCA requests and like kind of fake them and forge them and send them to. So just keep an eye out for that too. Obviously that's
the like the Yaniv guy. I talked about this with Dick before. There's a tranny from British Columbia who loves to
Lady
use
Ball Waxer.
Yes, the ball waxer. Yeah. He loves to send DMCA requests that contain images that are obviously not his copyright. They're like screenshots of conversations from somebody else's phone or screenshots of websites. And there is case law that shows a screenshot of the website is the property of the person who took the screenshot, in the same way that a photograph is the property of the person who took the photograph, even if you're taking a photograph of something that is copywritten. So it's all bullshit, and it technically should be perjury because he's signing under penalty of perjury. He knows for a fact he has the copyright to these items that he clearly fucking doesn't, because they're not anywhere near something that he's created. But it doesn't matter. You know, the DMCA has to be handled in such a way that is obnoxious and too restrictive, and the DMCA just needs to be uprooted and destroyed and replaced with something not retarded.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
That's the best we can do as a society.
Is what?
Just replace something that's obscenely retarded with something that's mildly retarded.
Mildly less retarded.
Or not retarded.
You know, it's interesting.
In
that article,
as long as we're trying for a direction of less retardation.
Yeah.
Which is why the Venezuela thing doesn't bug me that much. It's like,
what part of it?
Just any of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, well, you guys still got oil in the ground. Like maybe aim for a dictator that's less retarded next time. I'm sure, keep your fingers crossed. It might take you 200 years, but you'll get there eventually, right? I have faith in you guys. Don't import so much of your food. Keep some banana farms around for yourselves, the next guy. It's like Venezuela is like watching somebody playing SimCity on codes. And in SimCity always jumps from like being totally easy and fun, and then you hit that point where it's like, oh shit, now I got too many fires.
All or nothing.
Everything starts breaking down.
You're looking at me like I have any experience.
You never played SimCity?
No.
You would love SimCity.
Really?
Yeah. You, Coach, you remember.
Of course.
Josh, you remember SimCity, right?
I thought Real World was SimCity until
you play SimCity, and then you get to a point where like all the fires start breaking out and the taxes start plummeting, and then like there's no combination of levers that you can switch to get it. That's every time I look at a South American revolution, I think like, yeah, you guys played SimCity on easy because you got all that oil, and now it got a little fucked up. Start over.
That might be the failure of the United States. There was no fake news bar in SimCity, so no one knows how to handle this.
Yeah. Well, shit, Josh, where are you going now? You're banned from Stream.
Oh, well, I'm gonna keep streaming on YouTube. I'm just gonna do it for free. The main reason why he went after Stream.me is because of their high score system, where just by being one of the top streamers, you get a check every week. And my check was like $250 a week, which is it was like aloe vera on a fucking burn wound. Is how that felt. So yeah, that's why he went after that. I'm gonna keep streaming. I'm just gonna keep doing it for free. I enjoy it. I like talking about crazy people.
Okay, I'll set you up on my system. We'll talk about it, and
okay.
if that's
depending on what you're doing, I can help out. Like I used to be a programmer, full stack. I run my own ISP and shit. Just let me know what you need.
Okay, I just want you to get. I mean, it's you're asking for a pittance.
Oh yeah, no, I live off nothing. I live in a fucking third world country. My bills are not that much. I will get by just fine.
Where do you live?
Oh, I can't say that. I'll tell you in
what country?
What area?
Not even the country.
Can we say the area?
What hemisphere?
Yeah, what hemisphere?
I live somewhere between Finland and Turkey. Oh, that's my hint.
Okay. Oh, so you live where girls have big tits.
Bulgaria.
That's all. That's all. I want. You can trace out a line of like the curves with the lady to tell me where you live.
Yeah.
Like, Sean, where do I live?
Japan. It's shocking.
Where do I live? South America.
Where
do I live? The South. Right.
Moving from the U.S. to the East, it's unbelievable how much better women take care of themselves and how you never see people with like short purple hair and shit. It's just incredible how much of a difference there is.
I believe you. Let's move the show. Let's move the show to where Josh is.
Wherever.
I'll get you an office. It'll be cheap.
Following his presidential campaign?
Not really.
It's fun. No. It's fun. I highly recommend it.
Josh, anything make you rage other than this?
Oh, geez. It's the thing is, it's like it's always the same problems. Like I've had the same problems for like 4 years.
But what about calling a place to ask if they're open? That's rage. That's real. No. That's a real problem.
Well, okay, in the third world, if I were ever a third world dictator, my priority number one would be a reliable postal system. Like, I don't know how countries fuck that up, but you got to get a good postal system. That's why the founding fathers put the post office in the Constitution, because if you don't got mail, you don't got shit. I'm pissed at fucking Trump. You guys were talking about it. I am not optimistic about this. He should have kept it down. Everybody felt better. The government was dead and everybody was happier because of it.
I agree with you, but I think it's good because he's got to seem like the reasonable one.
Right.
Like he wins so much in the fringe voters, like the undecided voters, by giving a little bit and then blowing it out of, like, acting like he's this huge magnanimous guy. If he shows that he's willing to work with them, I think that goes a long way. And I do think that the wall is a second term thing. Like, I thought it was that from the beginning.
Oh, right. I hope not. I don't think he'll win if it's not under construction by the time the voting is done.
Josh, we'll do anything to get that wall. We will do
the
American voters. We like to front because we want to be gratified right now. But we will do anything.
When you're in the voting booth and you're like, wall possible, wall not possible. Mm-hmm. You're gonna vote for the wall possible.
America's full of gamblers. Yeah. America's full of gamblers. We will buy that lottery ticket every week. We will vote for Trump twice. We'll vote for him 3 times.
What percentage of the American public cares deeply about the wall?
75% say that illegal immigration is a problem.
Okay,
that's the best stat I've seen.
Sean, do you care about the negative effects of illegal immigration on black people?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, there you go.
I do. I genuinely do. Because it's like, that undermined everything. Like, everything for the black guy was destroyed when they let the Mexican take his place. That's like almost like how much of the black population is on welfare right now? Because all the jobs that they used to do are being done for a third of the price by Mexican immigrants. It's like it completely fucked her over.
It's crazy. Like I'm basically white.
That's gonna go on a tweet.
Yeah, but every time
Dick Masterson admits he's
basically white. Every time it comes up to check the box for race, I always check Hispanic, and I know that it's fucking people over. I check it gleefully, knowing that it's fucking over the same person as me who is white. and is unable to check it. And my entire life growing up and being connected to Mexican groups, like charity groups and activism groups, and like, okay, white people dump money into minority groups. Like, there's
sure,
always special interest this, Latino scholarship that.
Of course.
The truth of it is the Latinos and blacks have to compete for that money. Like that, the ugliest part of institutionalized racism and virtue signaling racism in America is that while as much as white people get fucked, Mexican people and black people have to compete for the same virtue signal dollars, which turns into this like sick, it reminds me of like an Irish boxer in the 30s fighting like a black boxer for the enjoyment of the elite white upper class. And it's like, that is a fundamental truth of being either black or Mexican in the country, is that you are always at war with the other side for free money.
Yeah, I think Dick, or not Dick, I called Trump Dick for some reason. I think that Trump will...
Katie's girl does that all the time in bed. She's like, oh, fuck me, Trump. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
I think Trump will start to win the black vote, because what stuck out to me is, like, back in the era of slavery, where it was illegal for black people to get married to each other, you still had, like, 90% of black children were born in wedlock. And now it's like the exact opposite. It's like 10% of black babies are born in wedlock. And it's like the only thing that changed, that started to take a decline, was after the 1950s. And it's like the democratic policies for black Americans has been worse for black Americans than fucking slavery in terms of the family union. And I just...
See, if Kanye said that, everyone would call him an idiot. Yeah, I agree with you. The middle class has been so terribly eviscerated by, Nixon, Reagan. Like, it's like they have systematically destroyed black people.
This show is beelining straight to Jesse Lee Peterson territory very quickly. Amazing.
All right, Josh, I got to go plan a barbecue.
All right,
I gotta go start a barbecue that I promised a lot of people I would do. It's always great talking to you, though, buddy.
Yeah. Send me an email about your platform. I'm very interested in it. I have more faith in you than fucking Jordan Peterson. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He asked last week, what's a good name?
Just popped a cap off that can of worms, right?
Yeah, because look, I am a dirtbag. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows this. But I do think I do have a strange feeling. I do have this feeling that it disgusts me to have, but that I have benefited a lot from the community of dirtbags, of Morlocks. I'm wearing this shirt right now, and I would like to try to give something back. I owe it. I'm getting old, Sean.
Yeah, that's your age talking. I was about to say, God, did you just hit 40 or something? Why are you thinking about the kids now?
Without any kids, you're gonna need some type of legacy.
38, and I feel it. I'm in Knoxville watching Ralph and Andy like screw around, and I sit there and I'll see like like an old Terminator, like possible trouble on the horizon. I just want to protect these boys. I want to protect these boys so that their voices remain strong and grow over
these sweet innocent dirtbags.
Yes, I need the South of the internet will rise again. Jesus. All right.
Tagline for your Patreon.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yep. Take it easy.
See you.
I always like talking to Dick. You guys were so hard on him before I got on there. Such assholes. So impatient. Impatient assholes. Feed us. I'll probably stream a video game or something for an hour. For an hour, maybe on Twitch, maybe on YouTube. I'll let you know. Be sure to join the Discord and shit if you're not on it. But I assume everybody here on my secret channel is already a loyal feeder on my on the Discord channel for as long as it'll last, which won't be that long. That sucked. Oh my jeez. You guys are so mean. Not on the Discord. Well, the link is in the website below. Discord is gay. I hunger. Secret stream. Feed me null. All right. Found this channel by accident. Well, welcome to the Feedy Squad. There might be a future where we set up our own riot.im. I'll post this, but I already have a riot.im server set up, and I might move people over to it when the Discord goes down. Maybe Ralph will join me. Who knows? But I'm still optimistic about 2019. Things are rough out the gate, but they always are. January is always the worst month of every year. I don't know why. It just is. So, I'll probably be streaming on Twitch. My Twitch link is in the matattheinternet.com website. And I'll see you when I see you. I'm going to take a break for a second. See you in a bit.